Alright, let's get this over with. I've got more important things to do. You gonna say something or what?
A simple hello would not go amiss.
Whatever.
You seem frustrated. Tell me what's wrong.
I'm not here by choice. Ozzy scheduled this appointment for me since he thought it would do me some good after the whole Mammon thing. But therapy ain't done squat for me in the past, so I'm not expecting miracles here.
Why do you think Asmodeus would send you here instead of helping you himself?
I don't know, maybe because you're a so-called professional? He thinks you can help more than he can.
Right.
By the way, weren't we supposed to meet in the Lust Ring? Why'd you change the location to Pride last second?
It's more convenient for me.
Let's just get started.
Please have a seat. Now then, tell me what's been bothering you lately.
My future.
Can you be a little more specific?
I don't know what's gonna happen. After the whole fiasco in the Green Ring with Mammon, I just don't know if I'm gonna be fine. You've already seen the news headlines. Fizzarolli's end of glory.
So, your reputation being tainted is what's keeping you pent up and agitated?
It's not just that. Ozzy revealed to literally everyone that we're a thing. There's no point in hiding it anymore. I just don't know what's gonna happen to him now. Like, I know what he's capable of. The last thing I want is some dipshits giving him more trouble. He's already got an entire fucking ring to deal with.
You must care for him a great deal then.
Like you wouldn't believe.
What are the things which hinder you?
What?
What are some doubts you have? Negative thoughts, superstitions, etc.
I guess not living up to expectations of others is one.
Let's explore that. When did this mindset of yours develop?
When I was a lot younger. Even in my early days of working at the circus, I needed to impress and put smiles on everyone's faces.
And this habit carried on to adulthood?
I wouldn't call it a habit, more like an obsession.
And what do you feel when you don't meet the goal others set for you?
I feel like shit. Like everything I've worked for means nothing. I know others have told me it's not a good way to live, and I'm coming to terms with that. But it's a long process, you know?
Interesting. How much does Asmodeus mean to you again?
He's everything to me.
Do you believe he thinks the same?
How is that supposed to help?
Answer the question, please.
I mean, I'm sure he does. He's protected me, cared for me, and shows genuine affection for me.
What do you think his reaction would be if he lost you?
I don't see how that's relevant to...
Please cooperate, Fizzarolli.
I'd say he'd be in pieces. I would be the same if I lost him.
I sense a problem.
What, me and Ozzy?
Not exactly. Asmodeus is a deadly sin, meaning he's immortal. He's existed since the dawn of hell, and he'll be here until Lucifer himself expires.
Yeah, so what?
You are not immortal. You will die eventually, and your precious Asmodeus will be left without you. What then?
You watch your fucking mouth, jackass!
Who's to say Asmodeus didn't have hundreds of other romantic partners before you? Or that he'll have hundreds or even thousands more after you?
Shut up!
Touched a nerve, I see.
Look, that kind of shit is the last thing I want to hear. Can we just not talk about that right now?
I suppose so. I simply wanted to understand your thoughts on the matter. We can come back to that another time. Why don't we reflect on happier times? Tell me your happiest and most recent experience.
I guess quitting working for Mammon. Since leaving that greedy jackass, now I've had way more time to figure out an alternative. It's been way more refreshing than I try as hard to have to please people.
So, what will you do now?
In all honesty, I haven't thought about that yet. It's only been a few weeks since I quit working for that walking, talking Christmas tree, and nothing major has changed. Money isn't an issue, and I still have Ozzy.
What about your prosthetics? Are those affected in any way?
What, these things? Not really. I don't do anything with them unless they need fixing or something.
While we're on the subject, how did you acquire them?
I'm not really sure I want to go there right now.
I assume they're linked to some extreme physical trauma from your past?
Don't.
Fizzarolli, the whole reason you came here was to open up and talk about these sorts of things so you could gain a better understanding and chance to move on. I understand some of those things are difficult to bring up again, but it's a necessity. You know I'm right. What happened?
It was an accident that took place quite some time ago. It was my birthday, and I was having the best time of my life. Presents, birthday cards, cake, confetti, balloons, everything. It was perfect. Everyone I considered close was there. But something happened. Something bad. My best friend at the time, Blitz, did something that caused a fire to engulf the whole tent. I tried to get away, but I could feel my entire body burning, and my horns broke off as the explosion hit me directly. My ears were ringing, and I couldn't see shit for what felt like forever. But I somehow lived. I remember I could barely breathe or move. I tried calling out for help, but I couldn't. Maybe things would have gone differently if anyone had come for me sooner. When I was finally found, I was barely alive. I had been burning for so long that the fire destroyed the nerves in most of my body. I couldn't feel my arms or legs. I couldn't see. I couldn't move. All I knew was that I was still alive. When I finally heard rescue teams coming, I blacked out. When I woke up, I was in the hospital and I still couldn't move. I was wrapped in so many bandages and spiked up on so many painkillers. It's a wonder I was even able to realize where I was. I couldn't think clearly, but I didn't need to realize my arms and legs were gone. I had everything, and it was all taken from me. Circus, the people I call family, my own best friend, everything. Losing all that and more. All I could think to do was scream.
That's awful.
I'm sorry, I don't want to think about it anymore.
I'm deeply sorry. I think that's enough for today. You should go home and get some rest. But before you go, I feel the need to be honest with you.
What do you mean?
My goal was to learn more about you and how you think. But after hearing this, I can only think of one other tragedy that's worse. I feel pity. Consequently, lying to you more would feel wrong. In truth, I'm not the therapist you were supposed to meet today.
Wait, what?
James? We're out of time. We have to move, now.
I was just leaving. And Fizzarolli, let's keep this little interaction between us.
Wait, what do you mean you're not the therapist? What's going on?
All in due time, Fizzarolli. Until we meet again. Goodbye.